Thanks very much, Chrissy, for the beautiful introduction. I'm very proud to be standing here once again. I have not been at this stage for a number of years, but it's a proud moment because when I look back where Galan has been and where we're going and what we've done, it's monumental, and I really mean it. And I'm proud because we've got a fantastic team behind Galan. It's not just the drive that I have. I've got a fantastic board, very supportive, excellent management, and we're doing things, we're delivering. And we've been talking about not good news about lithium. Everyone is a bit worried. They get questioned all the time, when is this going to change? And I will ask the audience to interact with me for just 1 second. Raise your hand if you believe that the lithium producers in Australia today are not making money or struggling making money. What's the perception in the room? Okay. What I can tell you, and it's very important for Galan, and if we come fast forward 12 months when we come into production, Galan will make money at the current prices. $850 a ton for spodumene equivalent. Our cost, if the way spodumene, will be around $320, $350 a ton. So can we make money at the current prices? Absolutely. Why? Because we're brine. Brine producers are the lowest operating cost in the cost curve. So in the last 6 years since I started Galan, as Ron was pointing, there have been ups and downs in the industry, and I can guarantee you they're going to be, in the next 5 years, the same ups and downs. Importantly, great is king. Galan has a strong weapon that is great, that we can deliver our low operating costs. With that, a bit of little journey of Galan. Look, this is September 2019, and I took that picture from the drone. I cannot see myself there, but this is our first drill hole at Patapila. No one was putting a cent at Ombra Muerto West. Today, we have 3 stages of development at Ombra Muerto, and we're doing a lot of work. This is September 2019, before COVID, before, you know the rest. Now, February 2024, I took that picture. We have a camp, we have a pilot plant. That pilot plant is delivering concentrate. We're delivering that concentrate in Argentina, and at the back end is the construction of pond number 1. That's the most important pond because when you're talking about brine, that's your inventory. And there'll be 9 ponds to be constructed. The biggest one is number 1, and that's the first one that gets filled and that gets concentrated as time passes through the concentration process. Well, if I can then structure Galan, we have a world-class asset. We have a large asset. If you want to translate this tonnage, it can easily be Liontown resource, just to give a metric. But importantly, we have the highest grade project in Argentina. Therefore, we'll have a low operating cost. Ombra Muerto West, as the previous picture, is being under construction. While everyone is running away in lithium, we are going the other way because we are of the view that lithium will turn around and will come back. And the longer this lasts, the bigger the bounce. So we know this industry, we've been there. The management that we have with Galan has been in the lithium industry for 30 years in finance, in commercial, in operation, in construction, expansion. They've seen a lot. So we'll recover. And all what we need is time to execute, and that's what we're doing. We have, as I mentioned, low operating costs in development. We have a compelling phase 2, and the permits have been lodged. They should become hopefully soon. And when they come, we are ready to ramp up. So we're not only going to be a company that is going to be in production, but we're going to be in a growth mode. We still have an exploration upside at Ombra Muerto, at Candelas and Ombra Muerto West. The more we drill, the more the things we find, and it seems like a resource that keep on giving. And we're finding new things that have not been found in brine. And so don't be surprised when we come out with a resource update and we can then have a new target for our new resource. But as it is, it's large enough to produce 4 stages of development all the way up to 60,000 tons of lithium carbonate equivalent in 4 phases. But lastly, there's no company that can there cannot be a company without people. And Galan is about people. You may not be familiar with the people behind Galan, but the people that in the industry, they know that we have the ex-A team of SQM, ex-senior VP of commercial, ex-senior VP of operations. These guys were 28 years each at SQM. They saw all the ups and downs, and importantly, they bring their own teams. So that's why the picture you've seen, we're moving. Somebody said the other day that Galan is moving at Chinese pace with Western standards. We're nimble. We move quick, and we want to be into cash flow in the first half of 2025. So where is all of this? So the picture that you see behind, it's a hot zone. So now you hear before of Livent, and you hear also about Allchem. They recently merged, and they're called Arcadium. They are the lithium by production, the third largest lithium producing company in the world. And we are the neighbors. And to the north now we go POSCO. So it's a hot area, there is infrastructure, we have a large resource, we are building, we are developing, and we will become the next lithium producer in the area. So the update of phase one, as mentioned, we already start constructing, we already start filling the pond as we're constructing. We put in retaining walls, we put in the brine, we start the evaporation process, and we have long lead items already ordered. They're all coming. We're putting the liners, and we are putting everything in line so it comes on time and on budget, and we're even looking at ways of reducing our capex because the times are not that good, but as we advance in the project, we identify things that we can start saving money. Importantly, we do have an agreement with Glencore on an offtake. It's a 5-year offtake. I've been questioned many times about what does it mean. It means that Glencore will take the concentrate at gate. It will be then processed somewhere in Argentina, and then when it gets sold, approximately 2 months later, we'll get an adjustment on the spot price that we got paid. So it's up or minus on pricing. The Glencore today is doing due diligence, and they've been to site. We are disclosing as much as we can. The things are going through the motions. I'm only asking to be patient. Companies go through these motions, and there is nothing to say that things are not going well. Actually, I was at the site visit with Glencore. The consultants were quite impressed, actually, with what they saw. They could see that this was real because they saw exactly what you saw in the picture. So my impression is that things are going well with information that I have in front of me today. We are a public company. We will say for good or bad when things need to be said. We're not holding information. So I just want to clarify because that gets asked on a daily basis. But be patient. We are delivering. We're advancing. We're looking after our money. We're making sure this happens. And we're not going to let Galan fail. Well, this is not a good thing about Galan today, but it will turn around. We've been up and we'll come back. And the main thing that Galan, when the market turns around next year, and even if it doesn't turn around, we'll make money. And that's an important thing. We have a case that we're not dependent 100% on if the market is good, we'll make resilience. If it's not good, we're still there. And the reason why it's because of the cost structure. We have a tight register, directors and management, that we all align, 7% of the company. I'm one of the largest shareholders. I live and breathe Galan. I'm doing nothing but Galan. And we are delivering because there is a sharp focus on doing what we're doing with experience behind. I want to put that slide just for context. And I believe that the market, in my view, has bottomed. And the lithium spodumene producers have been affected more than carbonate. But what I want to show in this slide is that prices are moving sideways, and they can continue to move sideways. We don't know how long. It's a bit of a black box, but there's no, as I highlighted earlier on in the previous presentation, these prices are not incentivizing anyone for investment in lithium. And the lithium demand is there. If you hear news about that there's no lithium demand for EVs, that's a very different view to what's happening in China. China is the main driver of EVs. And the EVs that are not getting sold here, they're not getting sold because they're expensive. But ask yourself this: how will this get adopted when the price of an EV will be the same as a Yaris, when it's the same price of a Hyundai i30? Everyone is going to go and get there. The Chinese are developing the industry, they're getting better, they are improving, and they're getting cheaper. And the technology for batteries is improving. So the new adoption is coming. And I believe that in the next 10 years, the brands that we know, some of them will be like Kodak Moment or Nokia. They'll be gone. But there's no revolution on the electric vehicle without lithium, and I believe that the prices need to start to recover. They last for a bit longer, but this is going to jump. The longer it takes, the bigger the jump. Now, in terms of economics, back to Hombre Muerto, this is where we're sitting in the first quarter of the industry. We will have low operating cost, and this case for phase 2 is not even optimized. We have found already optimizations that can move us even further to the left on that picture, lower cost. And we can get there because the lithium brine producers, they have low operating costs. We're not saying anything new. We, on a simple mathematical numbers that you can see is all-in sustaining cost for Galan is around $7,000 a ton. The price today, depends who you ask, is between $14,000 to $15,000 a ton. So you do the math and you see how strong Galan is. And importantly, this is a business that is focused on changing the planet, reducing carbon emissions, and Galan can say when it comes online, there will be on the first quartile of the cost industry and also in the first quartile of the carbon emission of the industry. This may not resonate today too much, but in Europe, it does. And as time passes, they want a cleaner and better world, and we can deliver. So the 4 phases of development of Galan, we are focused on phase 1. Phase 1 is our main focus today. Phase 2 should be coming. We have DFS for phase 2, but then there's phase 3 and 4 that we should start the engineering this year. And we have many ways of attacking this, and we got flexibility, how we can approach our development, making sure that we get, importantly, to cash flow and reinvest our own funds. The board, I have one of our board members here. We got Terry. Richard is in one of the booths. We got Daniel Jimenez, ex-Senior VP of Commercial, and we got Claudia Paul, ex-executive also of SQM. We have a very focused lithium board, and 2 of them reside in Santiago in Chile. The main man in our management team is Juan Carlos Barrera. He was the ex-Senior VP of Operations. Without this guy, we couldn't be doing what we're doing. He is making things change at a rapid pace. So to finalize about Hombre Muerto, we got a strong local community commitment. We are a company that's got a strong team behind and experience, and this is something that doesn't come along very often. And we have the best project in Argentina, and it's in development. And lastly, for the local audience here in Australia, we have also a neurology play. Right next door to Greenbushes, we have our geo with us. You can go and ask him questions. We're going to be drilling this first half of the year. We have a way of doing this on a budget. We're looking after our money. But this area now is very interesting, and we are following the main zone to the south of Greenbushes. So if that works, that will be a fantastic news for Galan. And with that, I finish my presentation. Thanks very much for having me here.